Hi, in this video, I will walk you through on how we derive the formulas for the multiplier. As you can see here, the three equations over here, the three equation of the multiplier for each of the sector economy. So that will be the focus of this video. So let me do some annotations on my iPad. Give me a while. So I'm sharing my screen right now. Okay, and let's have a look into the first scenario. Okay, so first of all, when we talk about aggregate expenditure, so when we talk about aggregate expenditure, we are saying that we are referring to the expenditure approach that we learned before, in which it is the combination of consumption plus investments plus government spending plus net exports. And when we talk about net exports, we are referring to the exports minus imports over here. So in the first scenario, okay, when we are referring to the two-sector economy, we are referring to an economy in which there is no government and no international trade. So it is a closed economy, okay, in which there's no government spending and no international trade. So therefore, in two-sector economy, we will only have two components, which are consumption and investments only. Yeah, so therefore, I can write my aggregate expenditures for two-sector economy as aggregate expenditure equals to consumption plus investments. And in terms of consumption, we have one consumption function in which it is consumption equals to autonomous expenditure or autonomous consumption, in which it is a consumption that you will consume or that you will spend regardless of how much income that you're earning, plus the induced consumption or induced expenditure, in which it is depending on the income that you earn. The more income that you earn, the more you're going to spend. Okay, so that's what I call as induced expenditure or induced consumption. So therefore, this is the consumption function in which I can substitute that into this formula, a plus by plus I. Okay, and from this equation itself, we can see that this A here, autonomous expenditure, autonomous consumption, and this investment are both autonomous. So I can use it to replace it to form it into a capital letter of A plus this BY, which is the induced consumption, okay, or induced expenditure. Yeah, so therefore now I can start to form my formulas. So we talk about the outputs of the country, which is the Y, okay. The output approach is always equivalent to the values that you can get from the expenditure approach. Y equals to AE, right? Output approach, the value of the output approach, okay, will be equivalent to the values that you get from the expenditure approach. And therefore, okay, I can put the equation in over here, which is the capital letter of A plus BY, okay? So that's based on the information or the formula that we have formed. Okay, so now what happened is we can rewrite it into y equals to a plus by. So I can move y into one side, okay, equals to capital letter of A, okay, and therefore I can rewrite it like this, okay, and therefore y will equals to, so I have moved the 1 minus b over here, okay, times A. Okay, so therefore this part over here on the left will be my multiplier times the autonomous expenditure. Okay, so therefore here you can see the first part over here, the first formula of the multiplier has been derived, in which the multiplier formula for the two-sector economy is 1 over 1 minus b. Okay, so therefore that is the first formula. So the next one that we're going to look into will be on another sector economy, which we can call as the three-sector economy. So three-sector economy is still a closed economy because there is no international trade, in which this economy only has consumption, investment, and the government spending, but there is no trade yet. So my aggregate expenditure, will equals to consumption plus investment plus government spending, in which there's no trade, okay, no international trade. So now again, I can write my consumption function over here, but here because government is involved, that means that in this economy, you will have to pay taxes for the income that you have earned. So therefore, our consumption function that we had just learned just now, we will have to expand it, okay? This part over here, this y, we have to expand it because the income that we earn, okay, we have to, a portion of it we have to pay for taxes, okay, because government is involved in this economy. So therefore, we will modify a bit. Okay, so now my consumption function will be first of all, still the same. A, which is the autonomous consumption, plus the induced consumption, in which we call as B Y, but this Y here is not the disposable income yet because you need to minus for taxation, right? So the income that you earn, the gross income that you earn, okay, have to minus the taxation, okay, and have to minus any induced taxation, okay, plus any transfer benefits that you receive. Transfer benefits would be like those state benefits or the grants from the government, okay, or what we call as like unemployment benefits or state benefits. That's what we call as transfer payment. Okay, and then that is my extended version of the consumption function itself. Okay, in which I will have the first of all the gross income minus the autonomous taxation minus the induced taxation and plus any state benefits that I received, the transfer payments that I received. So therefore, my y here, this is the complete version. So this is the complete version of the uh, sorry, this is the complete version of the y over here, the induced expenditure, induced consumption. Okay, so therefore now continue plus I plus G. Okay, so I can expand the equation a plus by and then minus bt and then minus bty and then plus btr. So I expand it and then plus I plus G. Okay. Now what's next is I would like to move y on one side first. So for example, I can rewrite like this: a plus by, okay, minus bty, okay, minus bt plus btr plus I plus G. Why am I doing this? Because I want to move these both components with y at one part here, because that will be easier for me to do this. Now I can rewrite into like this: a plus b 1 minus ty, okay, so it looks better now, okay, minus bt plus btr plus I plus G. Okay, so now, okay, I can move this y because this part over here, this y over here, this component is what we call as the induced, okay, induced expenditure. So this is induced. Okay, so the rest are autonomous. So I can rewrite it into AE equals to A minus BT plus BTR plus I plus G, okay, plus B bracket 1 minus TY, which is my induced expenditure. So I know that those at the front, those components at the front, like this one, autonomous consumptions, and this is autonomous expenditure, autonomous investment, and autonomous government spending, in which all these are autonomous, that is not dependent on the income that you earn. So therefore, here I can replace it with a capital letter word of A and then plus the one induced expenditure, which is B bracket 1 minus T Y. Okay, now things will be easier already. Why? Because I can form my equation. Okay, so y equals to aggregate expenditure. Okay, so y will equals to A plus B bracket 1 minus T y. Okay, that's the equation that we have formed. Again, move y to the left. Okay, so y minus B bracket 1 minus Ty, okay, equals to A. Okay, so now again, I can factorize it as well. So 1 minus b, 1 minus t, y, okay, I can factorize it, equals to a. So now I want to remain y on the left. I want to find out the equation for y here. So I move the one on the left to the right here. Okay, 1 minus b bracket 1 minus t, okay, times a, okay, the autonomous expenditure. So therefore now you can see one thing already. This will becomes my multiplier times a. So here one thing you can see again, we have formed another formula for the multiplier, okay, in which it is for the three sector economy. So the multiplier equals to 1 over 1 minus b bracket 1 minus t for the third sector economy. Yeah, so that is the second multiplier formula that we have just derived. Okay, so now we can move on to the next one. The next one is the fourth sector economy. Okay, so fourth sector economy means that it is an open economy that has all the components. So here we talk about fourth sector economy in which you have all the components that includes trading that includes international trade. Okay, so this is what I call as open economy, in which the aggregate expenditure will have consumption, investment, government spending, and net exports. Okay, when we talk about net exports, we are referring to the export minus imports. Okay, so first of all, same thing here. We can write aggregate expenditures, okay, equals to A plus B. We have extended our consumption function, right? So therefore, I can rewrite into y minus ty plus tr. Okay, so that's my consumption function, the extended consumption function, in which you use your gross income minus the autonomous tax minus the induced tax plus uh, the transfer payments, okay, plus investment plus government spending plus net exports. Okay, and now I want to expand these net exports as well, because net exports includes exports minus imports and minus induced imports. Okay, so therefore I will rewrite into A plus b bracket y minus t minus ty plus tr plus I plus g plus exports minus imports minus any of the induced imports. Induced imports means that the expenditure you spend on imports that's dependent on your income that you earn. Okay, that's dependent on the national's income. Okay, so therefore, this is the formula that we have formed. Again, I can expand it. So I can expand it into A plus BY minus BT minus BTY plus BTR. Okay, plus I plus G plus X plus big M and minus induced imports. So you see, it's all about algebra. And then now I can move those with y into one side. You see here, we have this one with y, this one with y, and this one with y. So I can move all this into the back. So I can rewrite into a minus bt plus btr, okay, plus I plus g plus x minus m, and then plus b a b 1, I straight away factorize it, 1 minus t y, okay, and minus m y. Okay, so you can see this part over here, b bracket 1 minus ty, okay, is basically to cover this one and this one. Okay, so I factorize it straight away. So the reason why I arranged this way is just to show you that I put those autonomous components on the left, on the front sides of the equation, and put those induced expenditure at the back. So you see, the front parts over here, all these are autonomous. Okay, so all these are autonomous. And all this, you can see it is dependent on the national income. Okay, so so that is what we call as induced expenditure. Okay, so now what we can do next is we can rewrite it into AE equals to A plus B, okay, 1 bracket 1 minus T y minus my. Okay, so now doing the same again like what we did just now to form the multiply equation. Oh, sorry. So y equals to aggregate expenditure. So y equals to big capital letter A plus B 1 minus T in bracket y minus my. Okay, so I move those with y to the left. Okay, so it will become y minus b bracket 1 minus t y plus my equals to a. And I factorize here, it will become y bracket 1 minus b bracket 1 minus t, okay, plus m. Yep, I factorize it. Okay, so this one becomes a, okay, and now I can find the equation for this y here, which I move it to the right hand side. Okay, it becomes 1 minus b bracket 1 minus t plus m times a. So now the one on the left here, the equation is the multiplier times a. Okay, so now this is my third formula for the multiplier. So the third multiplier formula for the open economy, for the four sector economy, is basically where we use 1 over 1 minus b, okay, 1 minus t, okay, plus m. Okay, that's how we derive the formulas. Okay, so these are the three formulas that you're going to use it when you were to calculate any of the multiplier values. Okay, so that's the focus of this video, and thanks for watching. And if you have watched this video, feel free to let me know. Maybe I might give you some bonus marks in your assignments. Yeah. So thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something. So yeah, thank you.